Jared, could this be the icebreaker? A judge in Louisville has ordered Rick Pitino and UofL to attempt to start settling their grievances, and he's given them a deadline to start talking.
Rick Pitino is suing the school for $35 million in pay. The UofL Athletic Association now suing him back. The organization pays Pitino needs to pay back, among other things, they say, bonus money and losses from damaged business relationships. Magistrate Colin Lindsay gave a February 8th deadline for attorneys on both sides to see if there is hope for any kind of settlement. Pitino's attorney Steve Pence told WHAS 11 News it is a standard order and we will comply. UofL says it does not comment on pending litigation.
Well, this appears to be fairly common to try to get both sides together to start talking, but what if they can't or don't want to? We've got plenty of questions tonight for our legal expert, Kent Wicker, the former federal prosecutor here in Louisville, now in private practice. All
right, when UofL sued Rick Pitino back, I guess the question is that a signal that UofL is ready to play hardball here, a line in the sand? I mean, that's unusual, isn't it, that they would sue back?
I think both sides are trying to play hardball here. Louisville wants to put some risk on Pitino's side to help settle the case, if that's possible, or if they have to try it in front of a jury to give themselves some upside.
You've seen a lot of settlements. What are the chances this is going to even happen, that they're actually going to come to some kind of agreement in these settlement talks?
You know, most cases settle. 90% or so federal cases settle before trial. And there are a lot of good reasons why this case ought to settle, too. Both sides would like to put this behind them, I'm sure. Pitino may want to go on to do other things in broadcasting or coaching. Louisville would certainly like to focus on academics and rebuilding its school rather than dealing with sports, the downside of sports. So there's a lot of incentive here for both sides. And right now is a good time to start thinking about settlement. The order that came out was just a routine order, but there's a lot of reasons that both sides ought to think seriously about. Now is a good time to start finding a resolution.
I guess my question is it a matter of money in this case, or is there more on the line than just money? Some people would say, is there anything more than money? But yeah, there is. There's reputation. There are a lot of things.
Sure. In this case especially, both sides are looking for some vindication. Coach Pitino's complaint makes it very clear that he's looking to vindicate his reputation. He wants his day in court, and he wants a jury or a judge to decide that he didn't do anything wrong.
But talking about reputation, if you don't settle and you decide to go to trial, you do depositions, you get evidence. UofL could have documents and other stuff that's never been released that they put out about the coach.
Sure.
So the dirt all comes out again.
Sure, everything comes out again. Everything that the public has forgotten about perhaps comes out again. There are a lot of good reasons why both sides would like to move on. They can avoid all that process if they resolve the case now.
Percentage-wise, if you had to look into your crystal ball, do you think it is going to settle?
Oh, sure.
You do? You don't see this as a trial?
I think probably the chances are 75% maybe that it'll settle.
It will be $35 million, probably a little south of that number.
Somewhere in between.
All right. We'll see what happens.
Sort of like our weather forecast for Saturday night.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you very much,
it.
Ken.